Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Attingham Park. We are in the field doing a bit of potato harvesting. This was the mission that I found at the end of the last episode, and yeah, I've gone along and taken off some headlands, and we are now getting cracking on the actual work. This is not a long job, but it's not a quick one. And to be perfectly honest, I don't have anything else for us to do today. If we have a quick look, take ages. The cows are doing well, they've got everything they need, and the sheep, despite the fact that their health refuses to increase, they are doing very well. Productivity is 100%, everything is looking good. Our fields are not yet ready to harvest. We could take a second harvest mission, but I don't know. Feels like maybe too much harvesting in one go. Yeah. So at the moment, it's just a case of getting on with doing this field. Now, because I had to do the headlands in a slightly awkward way, so didn't have room to turn, we are having to reverse all the way down the field, yes. Very, very stupid. Quite unrealistic, but there we go. Yeah, the only other thing that we do need to do is to put some nitrogen back onto one of the fields. So I'm thinking we might do this harvesting mission across 2 episodes, because the harvesting itself isn't too bad, but the carting is quite a substantial job, especially with the size of machine that we have, because this harvester fills up that trailer. When this harvester's full, the trailer is full, and that's quite a lot of carting. I have already taken one full load over to the sell point. The sell point is down here. Why won't it let me click it? Okay, it's Lower Cross Indoor Market. A fairly long way away from where we are, and one trailer load was 13% of the delivery, which means we are looking at 8 trips to the shop. Plus, there will be some left over which we get to keep. So 8 trips is quite a lot for one episode. So I think, yeah, we'll do half of this, and then we'll move on to putting some nitrogen into the grass field, and that is this grass field here that we cut 2 or 3 episodes ago, I don't remember. So yeah, we'll get that one sorted. Get it sorted. That's the plan. There we go. So, just need to trim off a little bit here. No, I don't have the room. It's very, very awkward. This is, I suppose this is something that's been there for a long time in FS. Farmers put crops to the very edge of the field. And the field is obviously depending on whether it was put in by giants or by the modder, but in general they put most of the mod maps as well. The field goes to the very edge, right up to there. And what that means is that the farmers put their crops all the way to the edge. Now, if you know for a fact, as a farmer, you're going to be taking one of these into the field, unless you're planning on crushing your crops completely, you wouldn't go to the edge. You'd leave space. You'd leave available space for this machine to turn around. But that doesn't happen in FS. It's very annoying. Anyway, we're now going to jump into a time lapse. First one of this episode, because I'm pretty certain nitrogen and putting nitrogen into the field is also going to be a time lapse. But anyway, here we go.
I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again.
this load will take us over the 50% mark, and that's a good time for us to stop doing this job. And we're not going to stop for good. We're actually going to continue this job in the next episode, because I think the next episode is going to be the same day, because what I want to do now is move on to getting the nitrogen spread on the field. Now, we're not going to do potato, nitrogen in both episodes. We're just going to do nitrogen in this, and that takes us to 53%, by the way. Yes, we're just going to do it in this episode. So, if we come over here, you will see, look at this, as if by magic, I've got a tractor and a trailer, and I've already filled him up. Yes, I am prepared. Oof, okay, this guy's heavy. There's not a... Ah, there is. That'll help. I was just being stupid. Now, this is attached to the lower hitch, and that lower hitch seems to be a bit lower than it is on the Fiat. Or was on the Fiat, because I've got rid of the Fiat. So I don't know how well this is going to work. It seems to be pulling it right. But yeah, we'll find out in a second. So, I think we'll start by going down here. I don't exactly remember the working width of this guy. Come on. Oh, it's fairly good. Alright, I thought it was lower than that. Or smaller even. There we go. Yeah, very nice. So this isn't going to put it up to perfect nitrogen, but it's improving it. Yes, yes, you can see. It's having an effect. And this is free nitrogen. Yep, that is the name of the episode. That's because I thought of it, and I said that's what I want to use. But it's free. I haven't paid for this at all. We have made this purely by putting slurry and silage and all the other stuff into the biogas plant, which has given us money. We've used that money to buy things like this lovely tractor, and on top of the money it's giving us digestate. We could have just used the slurry that we're getting from the cows, but then we wouldn't have got the extra income from it as well. So this is a very good system. If you've got a BGA, a great way to get yourself some nitrogen and get some money. Admittedly, it takes longer. The cows are producing slurry faster than the BGA is producing digestate, but I am getting the money, so for me it's worth it. For others, you might want to just get the slurry as much as you can, as quickly as possible, in which case BGA is going to take a little bit too long. It might be a bit annoying. And I'm quite happy actually with how much we seem to be using. I was very worried that we'd end up using up all of this slurry in a really, really short time, but it seems to be working. And we will now head back this way. We might have enough to make it back to the top, but I don't know. But we've got, there's a 14,000 litre capacity. Sorry, I'm spitting my words a little bit here. 14,000 litre capacity, and we've got another just under 30,000 litres. So we have got enough for another 2 tanks. Now last time we did not manage to put slurry everywhere. This time I don't think we will be able to either. But I think we'll get further. And we may even be able to come and put some more on later. Before winter hits, we might be able to come and sort of fill in the gaps and top up any areas that could do with it. I did think of ploughing this field up so that we could actually put lime down, but I don't think we need to. I think this field is giving us a good enough yield. If we can boost the nitrogen And you can see we've just hit a section where we put nitrogen down last time, we put digestate down. So now we're a much brighter colour because we already had some last time. Now that's good, because that means if we can put another application of slurry down later, and it counts as another 40 kilograms, which I don't know if it does, then, or 60 even actually, it seems to be 60, but if it counts a second time, that would be really good. And we did make it back to the start. I am quite surprised. So now just have to see how far we can get. It won't be very far, I don't think. And I need to get myself into a view where I can actually see. It's quite difficult to tell where you've been and where you haven't. Yeah. There we go. I was missing sections. So in this area, we seem to be using it up very, very quickly. But that's fine. Like I said, I really was not expecting us to actually be able to cover the entire field. Covering part of it is great. As much as we can do, and we're about to run out as well. Which means I need to go and get us refilled. So as soon as we run out, I'll go and get refilled, and then I'll come back. Refilled, and we're going to continue down here. Now I just want to tell you about what the plan is for the future on the farm. I found a mod on ModHub that I am very excited about, and it's going to be a building that we're going to put in place. And this is good for us because we have a field 47, which is that piddly little field we have down next to the greenhouse. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that all converted into probably gravel. I guess gravel would be a sensible thing to be building on. So I'm going to get it all converted to gravel. The whole field. It's not a very big area. And once it's converted, and we have the money available, because at the moment we don't, I will be putting a building down. Now, this is a production building. I don't want to give too much away. You might be able to guess from the mods available on ModHub exactly which one it is. But yeah, it's a production building, and all I'm going to say is it's useful to have this production building close to the greenhouse. Now, feel free to guess, try and work it out, whatever, I don't mind. But yeah, we are going to be building that. It's only 31,000 that I need for that. Once again, I'm doing my usual thing. I'm saying we need to save money to buy this and do this and do this. This is long term. I would love to buy this next episode if we have the money. But we do need equipment for the farm. There's equipment that I need to buy to avoid leasing, and just to make things a little easier around here. I'm guessing in real life farmers probably don't buy new equipment every 2 months, maybe every year, but they might have new equipment in terms of equipment that is new to them, possibly not brand new equipment every year. But yeah, this is Farming Simulator. We tend to have new equipment every day, if we can. So yeah, we are going to get some more equipment to make things run a little smoother around here. The tractor, I'm absolutely fine with the tractor at the moment, to be honest. I don't see any need to be upgrading. I have looked at an additional small tractor to help us around the place, but even that, I'm not sure there's any benefit in it. And if there's no benefit, well, we don't do it. We don't spend money for no reason. We have to be a little bit thrifty, to be honest. Can't just go throwing the money around. But yeah, there's stuff we want to spend the money on. I mean, I'd like to just take out a massive loan and spend all the money on something silly, like a ridiculous tractor. And we could do that. We really could. If you guys say to me, stop trying to earn money, just magic a bunch of money in, we can. But once I do that, it kind of ruins the idea of what I'm trying to do, so it has to be something that everybody wants then. But if everybody wants it, I will not stand in the way. The idea of this series was to try and be a bit realistic and see how much we could do on our own. But yeah, I know it can be a little tiresome watching someone try to do things kind of realistically, semi-realistically, because financially it makes things difficult. Farming Simulator is obviously a simulator. Anyway, I am rambling here completely. I'm quite surprised at how much of the field actually got covered. I did not think it would be this much. So this is good. This is very good. But yeah, we will get the rest done. Use up all the digestate we've got, and once we've run out of digestate, well, that's it, isn't it? We've got nothing else to spread. I think we do have some slurry, but at a certain point in the future I'm going to take all of that slurry from the cows and I'm going to go and dump it over in the BGA and get that running again. I'll probably do that once I change the cows over to manure, which I said I would do in autumn time, so that they've got some nice bedding for winter. Right, time to go and refill again, and then I think I'm going to get most of it spread, and I'll come back to you when I'm near the end of the digestate. Just over 50% of the tanker left, and yeah, we've covered most of the field. I am very surprised, to be honest. I really thought that we would struggle. So we'll see how much we can get finished, but this is good. This gives me an idea of how much nitrogen we actually need. How much nitrogen? I'm still calling it nitrogen. How much digestate we need to be able to do this field. And that's good information, because I had no idea before. Last time we did not manage to cover much of the field, so I couldn't really sort of extrapolate it from not doing much to how much we'd need to do everything. So this is very good. This is the third full tanker, so that would be 42,000 litres that this comes to. I think we're not going to get everything covered, but I think it's going to be something around 50,000 would be enough to cover the entire field. It seems reasonable. $50,000 isn't too much. We could fairly easily make that. Especially if I get the BGA running on multiple inputs. At the moment it's only running on one, which is the grass silage. At one point I did have it running on 3. 3 was the highest I ever had it going, yeah, which was the sugar beet cut, as well as slurry and whole crop silage. So yeah, we have been producing a heavy amount of digestate at certain times. Now we're down to just a single item, which, yeah, it does slow things down a little, but it's fine. I mean, I could go and grab the slurry, but I don't feel like I have to. I don't feel like this field 100% needs to be done. Especially when you look at the size of the piece that I'm actually going to be leaving. It's nothing, it's a slither. Well, there we go. So actually, just slightly more than 42,000 would be enough. And that, ladies and gents, is going to be it. We have got this very small section. I'll show you in here properly. So, yeah, we've got this very small section. You can see this is how our nitrogen is currently being measured. If I was to go and put the thing, like the antenna on the front, you get a much better representation. This is not really correct, I don't think, with these lines, but anyway, that's better than it was. And our environmental score is above 50, which is good. We do get a small bonus when we sell things now. Right, well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.